It's not just the Department of Homeland Security shitter feed posting about our proud heritage with a picture of white colonizers displacing natives. It's not just the decidedly Nazi-esque posts of the white heroic man on the Department of Labor shitter feed. It's not just the Coast Guard no longer classifying swastikas and nooses as hate symbols. Not just the sitting senator giving a speech about how our glorious Christian ancestors poured out from Europe's shores to baptize a new world against the brutalization of Indian war bands and defending settlers' brutalization of them, calling America our birthright, our heritage, our destiny, and lamenting that if America is everything and everyone, then it is nothing and no one at all. A speech that seems more suited to a Klan rally than anything else. Or the Republican candidate for governor promising to make the trains run on time, a direct reference to Mussolini, even though Mussolini only actually made the trains run on time for rich people. Not just the president's confidant Laura Loomer being so Islamophobic, she refuses to ride in a taxi driven by a Muslim and feels entitled to publicly complain about it on social media. Not just how they've repeatedly hung their banners on the mast of free speech absolutism and then happily revoked the visas of legal immigrants who criticize Charlie Kirk on social media, among many other things, including criticizing Israel. No. It's stuff like Trump declaring Antifa a terrorist organization, despite it not being an organization at all, but rather an umbrella term for people who oppose fascism, something tacitly, if unintentionally, admitted at the presidential roundtable on the subject, where Pizzagate aficionado Jack Posobiec discussed the roots of Antifa going back to the Weimar Republic. It's Alex Jones literally putting on a Hitler mustache, or guy people pretend isn't an obvious fascist Tucker Carlson hosting actual neo-Nazi Nick Fuentes, which has apparently caused a hilarious bit of infighting between the Nazi MAGAs and the MAGAs who apparently didn't quite get what all this actually adds up to, with Ben Shapiro the classic case of someone who never thought leopards would eat his face. And of course, there's Elon Musk's Sieg Heils, the fact that he fed his AI with the kind of trading data that had it praise Hitler and then declare itself Mecha Hitler, a man personally responsible for the shutdown of US aid earlier last year, which has already killed an estimated 600,000 people, almost entirely non-white people, and therefore people whose lives apparently don't matter, and making him one of the greatest mass murderers of the 21st century. And then, of course, the moment they're called on any of this, they act shocked that anyone would call them a Nazi. And you can't just call anyone who disagrees with you a Nazi. And leftists are the real Nazis, and so on and so on. Just straight up doing that German comedy sketch where the guy in the Nazi uniform asks another guy in the Nazi uniform, "Do you think I'm a Nazi?"